I'm 4 minutes into my warm-up of this bike right now. I have 8 minutes of going back and forth on this, which is pretty cool. But right now I'm warming up to do my rehab for my MCL. So tore my MCL early December, and I'm like 3 weeks into my rehab. I'm currently at Gold's Gym, Crossroads. So yeah, this is the beginning of my rehab for range of motion. Right now, this bike is helping me go 90 degrees, and the longer this goes on, I have 8 minutes to go. I'm finding more range of motion for my heel to go to my butt, and then also just allowing this extension right here to kind of be long. Okay. I wanted to cry. I was so mad. I was so mad when it happened because I was mad when I heard my knee pop because I have been progressing in jiu-jitsu pretty well, and I have been looking forward to doing a lot more tournaments and just competing in 2025. And for me to be able to compete and do these tournaments have come with a lot of work outside of the jiu-jitsu gym. So in a lot of ways, this injury has allowed me to open my eyes up to what is important, because right now I'm not able to be on the mats. All right, guys. I'm going to take you through the next exercises for my flexion and extension, just focusing on range of motion. So my first one is a sitting calf stretch. So what I'm wanting to do is get a towel or a band. I grabbed this, but it was too flimsy, so I just used my belt. And I'm just focusing on bringing my toes to my knee, and then just trying to find my posture. I've been working on my hips and making sure that everything, the way I'm sitting is balanced and I'm not like leaning forward or leaning too far back. So I'll just hold that for 3 seconds and kind of let it go. And I have 3 sets of this with 10 reps in each set. So just trying to pull this, stretch out this calf. The calf is working really hard right now. When I stand and when I walk, I've been walking with a limp, but it's working hard because my knee is feeling unstable. So any internal rotation, my leg is trying to constantly like minimize. So stretching out the calf is good. Stretching out my hamstring is good. And then this is more of an extension. So I'm also wanting the back of my knee to touch the ground. That's also something that my PT was looking at as well. So as this goes on, when I relax in between these things, I should start to see that my knee sinks closer to the mat. It's called a seated towel pull, I believe. So I'm gonna bring my heel to my butt, and I'm still gonna work on flexing my toes. So just making sure my toes are going to my knee. And I'm pulling this as far back. And like I mentioned before, like personally, I'm trying to work on my posture while doing this. Am I leaning too far forward, or where are my hips sitting? And this is the furthest I've gone in a while. I'm gonna hold it just for a little bit, for 3 to 10 seconds. I like to hold it a little longer because I can feel it, and when I go back, I kind of just do my best to relax because I'm still looking for like this, like I'm looking for my MCL to work, but now for it to understand that it's okay. And then I come back, still flexing my toes, bringing this far, and then just hold. And I'm gonna do this the same amount of time. So 3 sets, 10 reps, and then just trying my best to relax. Just because it's a direct it's directly making tension on my MCL. And so the more I lift my toes up, the more my MCL is activating too. But this is just such a good stretch. What I'm doing right now is just rolling up a towel or anything that you have. I have a sweater. So I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna focus on flexing my quad. And it's a hold for 3 seconds, I think. And just trying to bring that knee down. The only thing that I need is my other foot. So my other foot is going to guide my injured leg to my butt. And this one has been tough for me because one, I can't see it, and two, it is scary because it's free. It's like a free weight. My foot feels like I could do this, boom, boom, boom. But the more that I like guide and I make sure, like I try to make sure my right hip is square, not like slanted out, like not open, it's like square. Just trying to get everything into alignment, and then I just hold it. Looking for an extension. But now my leg gets to hang kind of in a flexion, which is cool, dude. It's kind of naturally sitting at 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm gonna work on bringing my foot up on its own, which I think this is shaking. Another 3 by 10, just bringing this up. Noticing my leg is shaking, so it's very weak. This is very fragile. Okay, now a flexion. So all I'm doing is having a little bit of support and bringing this knee up like a high knee, and then allowing my heel to go to my butt. Allowing just this, and then back. So it's like, boom. Can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, so we're gonna go finish up the last few exercises. I'm also doing some gait exercises as well, just like the gait cycle is how do you walk normally. I walk with a limp right now. This would be me walking. But as a person, you walk, you put your heel forward and you walk. So right now I'm just gonna show you the last few exercises for like my range of motion and my flexion and extension, but like I'm almost 3 weeks in, and working on how to get rid of this limp is really important. So we'll talk about that next time. Come on. Ready? Okay, so this is another extension. I'm pushing my heel down to kind of just let my knee like hang. This is a part of me walking. So a reason why I limp is because I am not able to extend my foot all the way, and therefore the position of my foot is landing in a closer range, and I am also not putting enough weight on my foot for the amount of time for me to take a proper step. So those two things come with both flexion and extension, and that's why we're doing both as a part of this range of motion. We gotta go forwards and backwards before we can go side to side. Sharks can only go forward. If you didn't know, now you do. They don't swim backwards. So in a way, they are predatory animals, but in reality,